had a chance to watch our junior starters here at the right behind our starters at the start-finish line in the grandstands. Young Stephen is one of them on each and every Saturday night. We do ask the folks that there is no standing along the fence line, that please return to your seats. That is, of course, for your safety. As the field thunders off of turn number 4, the Seekonk Grand Prix, Bandolero Outlaws are underway, and Giovanni Ruggiero jumps out front and sets sail down the back straightaway.
Ruggiero takes the lead, but it's a battle for second between Karen and Smith. As Smith on the inside gets a nice run down there. He'll take second place as they exit the corner across the stripe.
Riley Karen back to third, but some heavy pressure from Isaiah Newcomb down on the inside. Samantha Dell in that number 28, the young lady, came so close to her first victory so many times in 2018. 2019, she's looking for bigger and better things. She works herself up into the 4th spot.
Top 5 rounded out by Riley Karen as he drops back, but holds strong as there's a 5-car breakaway from the rest of the field. Back up front again, it's Giovanni Ruggiero leading the way, but Nathan Smith closing that gap.
Ruggiero with a half a car length advantage. Smith takes a look to the outside, battles out down into turn number 1 while he goes up. Here comes Newcomb down on the inside. They make contact down the back straightaway. They both keep it rolling straight, but it's Newcomb taking over the number 2 spot.
Newcomb clean into second as he'll try to chase down Ruggiero for the lead, looking on that outside lane, falls in behind, stays to the outside as they head through turn number 2. So Ruggiero continuing to lead down the backstretch, battle for third as Dell looked to the inside of Smith, but Smith closed the door.
Samantha Dell, some heavy pressure on the inside of Nate Smith. Smith was able to shut the door. Meanwhile, up front, that battle for the top spot continues. The 22 of Newcomb up on the outside. Smith back down low. They reverse positions. Newcomb gets sideways off the corner. This 28 rolls around. Oh, the 6 of Karen bounces off the rail. Some heavy right side damage on the Hopkins number 6.
Win VIP pavilion passes for Everett's night. Everett's Auto Parts thanks you for being a fan of short track racing at Seekonk Speedway.
Field is set as they get ready to roll off of turn number 4. Giovanni Ruggiero and Nate Smith battle side by side as green flag unfurls. 5 laps are complete. 10 laps remain as they race down the back straightaway. The 7 of Ruggiero, half a car length on Smith, but look at Smith close it in up on the outside.
Battle for 5th on the track as the 17 of Tavares gets by on the inside, and here comes Newcomb down on the inside of the Strive Gymnastics number 20 of Ethan Hilborn.
Yep, the 22 of Newcomb and the 28 of Dell trying to make up some lost time as they now sit 5th and 6th on the grid. Halfway through this one, we are 8 laps complete. 7 laps complete, 8 laps remain as they ride down the back straightaway. Newcomb back up into the 4th spot, closing in on the 8 of LeMay down the back straightaway while the top 2 run nose to tail off the corner. Smith again taking a look to the outside as Ruggiero continues to hug that bottom lane.
That first Ford, number 7, got a little loose exiting turn number 4, was able to hold on to it, but Smith is breathing down that rear bumper of the 7 through 3 and 4, not giving an inch of space, just waiting and waiting to make the move as Smith looks to the outside of Ruggiero as they head into 1.
Down off the second corner, they continue to run nose to tails. Newcomb has worked himself up into 3rd, trying to close in the gap on the top 2, while LeMay has a mirror full of Dell off of turn number 4. LeMay trying to keep the handles on that machine, seesawing back and forth on the steering wheel in the Everett Auto Parts number 8. They roll off of turn number 2. The battle right now is for 4th on the grid. Right behind them, the 17 of Cameron Tavares, the 88 of Nick Rose right there as well off of turn number 4.
The battle for the lead is now a 3-car race. Isaiah Newcomb has been flying through the field all the way up to 3rd there. Throw him under a blanket for that top 3. Newcomb right on the rear bumper of Smith as they exit turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go into 1.
A little slide off the corner as they head down into turn number 1. Smith trying to keep the handles as he tries to drive it down to the inside. Settles it in back behind. Newcomb winding up that outside lane. 3 cars in a dogfight. Look at Ruggiero throwing hard. Gets sideways at 3 wide for a moment with 2 laps to go.
Ruggiero still leads the way, but he's got 2 right behind him, inside and outside. It's Newcomb on the outside. He'll take 2nd place and now attempt to chase down Giovanni Ruggiero through 3.
Nose to tail down into 3 and 4 with the Ivory Silk unfurling. Trouble for 1 car down to the infield grass. Keeps it rolling straight. We go under the white flag. That's the 88 of Nick Rose, who sits stranded down to the infield, but your leaders thunder down the back straightaway. Here comes Newcomb. Take a look to the outside, trying to even Steven with the 7. Ruggiero has led from the drop of the green. A little bit of contact. Newcomb down the inside. They get sideways and down to the stripe, and it's Ruggiero holding on for the win by 13 thousandths of a second. And that's about as hard fought as Giovanni picking up opening day win.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun coming across the finish line. I don't know what the 22 is doing, but I don't know. I guess he wanted to put me in the wall for no reason.
How is it kicking off the season like this? You got the first checkered flag of the season. It's a real positive way to go into the season.
It just proves that it's all our team. Richard, my mom, my dad, Joe Souza, Connor, Gavin, everybody else. The first Ford in the J&J Auto Body. We don't need to go and buy $1 million cars. We can still win because of Richard and Joe.